Yeah,
No,
we
we're
are.
not.
We are.
No,
We're going live.
no, we're not.
We're already 10 minutes late. Late AF says Malone. Guys, I know we're late. It was all Pat's fault, obviously. Pat will be the
Are we
first to tell you
live?
that. We're live. We're live right now.
No, we're not.
We are. Why do you think I'm bluffing? All right, guys. How's it going, everybody? This is your boy Wardy. That's Patrick Hennessy. We're talking all things Mets and Yanks tonight. We're just talking about Yoshinobu Yamamoto, our latest edition of Bridging the Gap podcast that we usually come out weekly. We skipped last week because there really wasn't much to add on outside of just the Yamamoto sweepstakes. And tonight, things have really picked up steam. It looks like Yamamoto may have a decision within the next, couple hours, 24 hours, latest 48 hours. We know the Mets are still involved. However, to what degree, that's where we're about to get into now. The Yanks, Dodgers, others, where do they stand? We have a lot to get into tonight, guys. This is like an official Yoshinobu Yamamoto watch. It will not shock me if we find out his destination in the next 12 to 24 hours. Again, would it be awesome if we found out tonight? Absolutely, and that'll all kind of be indicative on how this bidding war goes, but we have a lot of key updates to get into. We're going to hear Pat's point of view. Thankfully, Pat has been able to do something that I haven't been able to do, and that is really tune out a lot of the Yamamoto sweepstakes over the past week because he's been busy with other things going on. So I appreciate everyone first chiming in live and on replay. Thank you guys all so much for being in here. And for those that don't know, here on the Bridging the Gap podcast, again, we talk all things Mets and Yanks. We share banter, analysis, we debate, we debacle, especially with fellow viewers in the chat and all those things. This is our version of our New York sports radio, if you will. So, Pat, that was long-winded enough. How are you doing this fine evening, my friend?
Wardy, I'm doing fantastic. It feels good to be back, like talking to each other.
I know I missed you.
Yeah, I missed you too, I guess.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I've kind of been like tuning out of the Yamamoto sweepstakes a little bit just because, dude, it's been getting so, what's the word to describe it? Like monotonous in the sense of, bro, I had to literally mute the Yamamoto word on Twitter just because every single time I would see a tweet, it would be like regurgitation of the same information over and over and over again. Yamamoto's going to the Rams game. He's not going to the Rams game. It's like Ohtani 2.0, bro. It's kind of sickening. But I decided we're going to talk tonight about Yamamoto. We're going to have a lot of fun doing so. And guess what? I wore my bright orange shirt to kind of like show that I stand with you, right? Because even though the Mets aren't going to get him, it's like I still show support of the New York Mets and I show support of the fan base and I stand in solidarity with you guys, even though you're kind of just like having a real down bad offseason.
So it's funny you say that because I've really taken quite a bit of time to marinate since we started the show what type of Yankee fan you are. And I've come to the conclusion that you're up there with the worst imaginable. And it starts with the fact that you're from Queens and you're a Yanks fan. Like, that in itself should be sacrilegious. Now you come on here and you want to wear a fucking orange shirt in solidarity when he hasn't even made a decision yet. What is this? Not are you?
what,
Do
can
you
I
see
not
the
wear
shit
orange?
I have to deal with everybody on this damn live? Like, Pat was like, we should start a show together. I'm like, absolutely. I'm like, I didn't realize how much I was gonna get fed up with your ass so quick.
What's okay? If you wore a navy blue shirt, I'd be like, Wardy, that really brings out your eyes.
Why do you always find a way to hit my heartstrings so well? I don't understand.
Exactly. So you
Ghost
should
Way,
just
thank
be
you for the $1
complimenting me.
donation. I appreciate that. Let's see. This Yanks channel said that Yama left the meeting with the Spankies 18 jersey. No, he didn't. What? Yeah, anyone that is a fellow content creator that is trying to pull stuff out of their ass, like they know what's happened in these meetings, has no clue what they're talking about. I promise you that, first and foremost. Pat, we have so much to get into with the rumblings today, the build-up. Like, do you just want me to put you on, or do you want to put me on? How do you want to go about this?
I'll put you on, and then you put me on.
Okay,
bro,
yeah.
there's a few things to talk about, but I feel like the one thing that's kind of Yankee related, I guess. I'm taking this one with kind of a grain of salt here. It's from Ty Schmidt, apparently from the Pat McAfee show. I'm sure it's a good show. I've never actually seen it before, but he said hearing from very reliable sources that Yamamoto to the Yankees is done. 9 years, $326 million. Being told Godzilla Matsui helped push it over the goal line. Yoshi keeps the number 18 jersey. Wardy, on a scale of 1 to 10, how realistic do you think this is? Because personally, I'm putting this as at like a 20% chance it's real.
Yeah, I'd put it at 25-30% chance. I think that there's a little bit more to it than maybe what the eye tells you, but I do not trust him for the most part because, one, this is a talking head on McAfee's show, and there's nothing wrong with that. Those guys are connected. They know Passan very well. He's a frequent guest, all these things. And on top of that, he is a Yankees fan. So that is something that I've thought about since he tweeted that out. It's like, okay, if you're him and if you're fully trolling, why would you want to do that against your own fan base, right? So that would be the biggest thing that stands out to me. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. However, is this a situation where he found out intel and he just falls like the Morosi's and everyone else? Even the beat reporter from the Dodgers today, I don't know if you saw that earlier, stating,
No.
Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto are going to the LA Rams game.
Yeah.
And then within a half hour to an hour afterwards, Ken Rosenthal and John Heyman come out and say, yeah, no, that's not happening. Like, have you ever seen an offseason this unprecedented with the reporting? Like, we've seen some pretty dog shit reporting in years past, but I got to give credit where credit's due. These guys have went out of their way to be absolutely horrendous this year. I mean, no one cares about being accurate as they do about being first, and that is today's journalism in a nutshell. But, like, holy shit, it has really been frustrating.
I don't even think that's journalism. I think it's just, like, today's world as a whole, right? Like, it's all about getting your little 5 seconds of fame. And it's like, bro, there are all these dudes on my timeline. Like, who's that guy? I want to say like Ben Yoel or something.
Who?
Is that his last? He's a Mets guy.
Oh,
bro.
Ben Yoel.
Ben Yoel, bro. This guy's like entire Twitter feed is all about just like bashing the Yankees and like talking about like random shit that has no merit at all, but he's getting engagement. So then it's kind of like what's the word? It pushes you to do it more because you're kind of getting rewarded for being just an absolute jackass. So yeah, it's really been a frustrating offseason. That's why it's come to a point where the Yamamoto sweepstakes up until today has kind of just been a complete disaster. I feel like
really have been horrendous. I envy you for being able to put Yamamoto's name on mute on Twitter, which I saw you tweeted a couple days ago, because I'm like, I don't have the luxury of doing that.
My life has been so peaceful since. Like we've gotten to a point where I don't need to see his name until like somebody shoots me a text saying, yo, he just signed with the Yankees. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And there are people that I know in the industry that I have great relationships with, and what I can say, what I've heard today at least, is that the Mets, the Yankees, among others, all have their serious offers now in. Like the significant offers, not the preliminary offers that were first toyed out there when Yamamoto was meeting clubs for the first time, because there were some clubs that wanted to give offers right away, but apparently Yamamoto was like, no, like, I appreciate that, but let's put that on the back burner for now. I want to get to know more about you and the organization, things like that, which I think is very telling of Yamamoto and how he went about this process. We haven't spoke since it happened, but remember Steve Cohen just had him over for dinner over this past weekend. The next day, Yamamoto met with the Yanks. That was an interesting one too, because again, conflicting reporting. We knew that Yamamoto had requested a second meeting with the Mets, which Cohen said, okay, yeah, I'll have you at my place for dinner, which I absolutely love that. And then we find out from Andy Martino, again, the same Andy who of course has labeled the Dodgers, the Yanks as favorites a lot of this time, while, initially thinking the Mets have a great chance, then downplaying it, then upplaying it. It's been a seesaw because he has 20 to 100 people giving him different intel every 5 seconds. But then he went out and tweeted not long after that the Yanks do have a meeting this next day with Yamamoto, but they hastily got it together and done. Then we find out that obviously Yamamoto requested the meeting, which we all knew that. I mean, every meeting that Yamamoto has, it's going to be on his terms in large part. That's normal when you are the big fish that everyone's trying to catch. But it was interesting how, if that holds true what Andy said, they hastily had to get something together. How soon in advance did they know that he was going to be in New York? Because he only came to New York reportedly to meet with both teams. He wasn't on the East Coast to be with Boston or anything like that. He didn't meet with Philly in person reportedly. He did I think a Zoom call in which Bryce Harper, was on the call too. Whoop de effing do. I'm actually gonna knock on wood just in case he does go there. I know you. I know you're a big Bryce guy. I know the Phillies are your AL team, and I know the Phillies didn't perform well when you went to their playoff game. So continue being a Philly fan for all I care.
That's just not true. Yeah,
it is true. It's fine, but my takeaway from everything we've heard right now up until today really is that it really has been a toss-up, and it's really unfortunate because a lot of these guys that have been credible in years past, or at least a lot more than they have presented themselves, a lot of this is becoming watered down, where everyone's going to second question something until you hear it from Passan himself. Even Rosenthal, some people question, because Rosenthal hasn't even been as on the money as we've seen with Passan historically, for the most part. It's pretty absurd. We do have donations I want to get into in the chat shortly. Shout out to everyone first chiming in as we're breaking down the latest in Mets Yanks land, as we're officially Yoshinobu Yamamoto watch, as we wait to find out where the coveted MPB star will be taking his talents for the 2024 season and beyond. What I can tell you, though, and I'm sure you'll be happy about this, Pat, and for me, I don't know how to feel about it, because again, Andy's been so seesawing one way or the other. We find out today that the Mets have, a very substantial offer in place. We find out that the Yanks do. We hear that the guy from McAfee thinks the deal is done. We'll see if that holds true. I'm going to call bluff, given the fact that we're a decent amount of time since then, and that has not been confirmed from Passan. Do I think he could end up with the Yanks? Yes. I think the Yanks, truthfully, have as good, if not better, shot than the Mets because of all the things we talked about over the past month plus. The Mets, what they have going is their money first and foremost. Then it's Senga, the ability to handle a six-man rotation, and all those other factors. But nothing has wavered from the belief that the Yanks, the Dodgers, have looked like prime destinations for multiple reasons that the Mets, unfortunately for their sake, just can't provide because they don't have the storied history to present the way that these other organizations do. But Martino did say that things have picked up quite a bit here tonight. While the Dodgers and the Yanks look like that they're in a strong position, the Mets, however, they're not out, cling to a shred of hope. Is there anything that you could expand on from that article, Pat, or no?
Yeah, that the Mets have no hope.
Okay.
No. In all seriousness, the way I'm kind of looking at it is the article kind of just like reaffirms what my thoughts are on like the Yamamoto sweepstakes, where it's I'm viewing the Yankees and Dodgers as the current front runners, and then the Mets are kind of just like that sleeper team, where they have probably an outrageous offer out there. It might not be Yamamoto's preferred destination, but there's a chance where he just takes their money and decides, you know what, I'm going to be a Met. Because I don't want to say I have zero doubt, but I have a pretty good feeling that the Mets might have the highest offer out right now.
Right.
Even though he's not close to, or if not the, right? So, yeah, I think that article kind of just like reaffirms what I've been thinking. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I'll say about this. If Cohen and Stearns are operating the manner in which we believe to this point, the Mets will have the highest offer on the table. I think the only way they don't have the highest offer on the table is because of two reasons. One, because their confidence level is higher than we initially perceived as fans, and they feel comfortable going around the same number as the Dodgers and the Yanks because they've at least been led to believe to this point that Yamamoto is taking them that seriously. Could that be a leverage play? Absolutely. I'm just playing devil's advocate if this is the situation that's being handled right now. Or two, if the Mets don't have the highest offer, that could be because they know that they're basically out. That would be the only other thing I could think of. You know what I mean? Where even if they say throw an additional 30, 40 million, Yamamoto makes it clear, while I greatly appreciate the gesture, I'm still not going to come here because my heart is set on the Bronx or LA. And that's something where the Mets where I can't fault the Mets there. However, if it comes out and say the Mets lose out on Yamamoto, and it's because they ended up not being the highest bidder, and that was the main factor more than anything else, then I'm going to be the first to tell you how pissed off I am and going off on everyone and be like, what was the point here then? You know what I mean? Like, why would we set a line in the sand when you can rightfully argue this team on paper has so much more to lose than any other club in baseball pursuing him this offseason? Would you agree or disagree with that?
No, I think I would agree 1,000%. It's like, I mean, but also at the same time, though, I'm okay with this sweepstakes dragging out as long as possible. And I feel like that's because as a Yankee fan, this is our last big fish of the offseason, right? It's like the Yankees miss out on Yamamoto. It's like, all right, they'll probably pivot to like maybe like a Dylan Cease or a Blake Snell or something along those lines. But for the Mets, I guess this has to be it, bro. Like, if I'm a Mets fan,
know it is. That's the thing. Like, they're not going to trade for a rental starter.
But that's what I'm saying. But it's also in the sense of Mets fans should be viewing Yamamoto the same way Yankees fans viewed Soto, where it was like this is the piece that we have to go out and get. It's not really an option in terms of like, all right, like if we don't get him, we'll settle for something else. Like this should be the Mets be all end all.
Right. Yeah, no, I really do agree with you on that one. And I understand one player should not directly dictate so much of a club and how they operate in an offseason. But as I've told with you already, if they don't land Yamamoto, they're likely not going to overpay mid-rotation pieces in a Montgomery, a Snell, those types. Even though Snell is, of course, a Cy Young Award winner, but if you look at all of his advanced numbers, he leaves a bit to be desired. Like, Blake Snell's not a guy I want to commit a long-term deal to, truthfully. I don't hate him or anything like that. I have my natural concerns. Yamamoto's been in a class of himself this entire time, and that's why we all want him so bad. And a lot of fan bases are going to come out crushed once these Yamamoto sweepstakes are done. Even Dodgers fans, not to the same extent as us, obviously, but they're still going to be bothered because they've been led to the believe this entire time that they are the number one dog, if not close to, for Yamamoto. Same thing with Yanks fans. If the Yanks don't land Yamamoto, a part of me will be surprised, very excited and pumped up, but a part of me still will be surprised. They'll be like, okay, what were the main driving factors that swayed him away? Was it just the money, or did Steve Cohen, David Stearns do such a great job swaying him? Did the Dodgers do a great job swaying him? We have Ohtani. Do I really need to say much more? Like, there's valid reasoning for these organizations, so that's why I'm not really going to be caught off guard one way or the other. The only way I think I will is if we find out the Philadelphia Phillies land him, the Boston Red Sox land him, to a lesser degree, a little bit of the Toronto Blue Jays, just because they got screwed twice this offseason. And wouldn't shock me if they just threw everything at him and see what happens. The Giants are reportedly out, but I have to imagine the Giants had a big offer prior to them being out, and they probably were just told, yeah, we're still not going to go there. That's just assumption on my part. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. David Island with the $10 donation. Wait, Pat, do you have something to say? Because you've been breathing heavy into that mic.
Before you give a shout out to my guy David, shout out to David. I have a confession. That's when you say, "Oh, Pat, what is it?"
I was gonna say something, but then I realized I can't say it on air. So go
ahead. Okay, great. Yeah, no, it's cool. So I'd be upset if the Yankees don't sign Yamamoto.
Aww.
However, I'd be distraught if the Mets sign Yamamoto.
Yeah, I mean that sounds about right.
Yeah,
I'll be pretty upset if the Mets don't land him, and I'll be really, really mad if the Yanks get him. So
yeah, okay, cool. We're in the same boat. Shout out to David. Go.
David with 53,990,440,000 yen for 9 years. Get it done. Congratulations, Wardy. David, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. I don't know what that conversion is in yen whatsoever. I don't know if that converts to the $10. I have no clue whatsoever, but I appreciate that no less, David. Thank you. Let's see. Juan Diaz with a $5 donation says, it might be a blessing in disguise if the Mets don't sign Yamamoto. He can turn out to be a bust. What is plan B? See, I'm sorry, but I'm not even gonna try to pull that shit just because we don't know where the Mets stand right now. I'm gonna stay true to how I've been feeling. I think the Mets have a lot to lose here if they don't land Yamamoto, even if it's for factors they cannot control. That's just how I feel. Also, shout out to my man Derek, NYY Recaps, for being in the chat. Derek says, Pat's been eating well. Pat has been eating well. That Florida cuisine really filled you up over the past week.
Wait, are you calling me fat? Wait,
no.
What?
No, I mean, if anything, Derek is, not me. He's the one who...
Yo, Derek, what the Yo, I will say, and this is a statement I'm doubling down on, and I feel like Derek knows this, I'd knock Derek's ass out. And also in a creator boxing setting, I don't think there's anyone that could take me on. Just to be honest with you.
How do you think you'd fare against me?
Genuinely, I think you might have a little bit of a pit bull in you, but I'm thinking early round 2, you're getting knocked out cold.
I don't think I'd get knocked out. But I will say this though, I definitely could see you winning because I have very little experience actually boxing.
Great. Yeah,
I do have multiple sashes. I was a badass in Kung Fu back in the day. A lot of people don't know about that.
Were you breaking boards and shit?
Yeah, of course I was. Dude.
Nice.
I was a dog, and I stopped. I stopped when I was a young teen because, given my age, and even though I was still short, I had to, spar and train with people that were much taller than me. But I kept getting matched up with this fucker who was the same age as me, but was 6'6". Are you kidding me? They expect me to hold the pad for his leg kicks. I'm flying 4 feet every single kick.
How old were you?
I was 13, 14. I'm are you kidding me? I'm this isn't fair. And I tried to see if I could just switch partners. It was nothing against him personally, but the guy's massive. There was nothing I could do. I kept getting thrown around, literally. And they're like, nah. And I'm like, all right, then I'm just done doing this because like it was so, like, what am I supposed to do there? It doesn't matter how big or jacked I could be. If he's 6'6", unless I'm going for a straight nut shot, like a street fight type thing, or trying to trip him and get a choke down, there I'm kind of not in the best position for simple reach and things of that nature.
You know what a real one would have done?
What would a real one would have done?
Sucked it up and been like, yo, I'm going to do what I need to do.
I don't need
You
to do
didn't
it,
do that.
though. It was just a
No, but you
hobby that
should've.
I enjoyed until I stopped enjoying it.
Can we make an agreement?
Sure.
Okay. So how long have we been live for? Maybe
We've
like
been
20
live
minutes?
for 20 minutes.
Cool. Okay. Everyone in the chat, press 1 if you would like me and Wardy to stay live until Yamamoto reaches his decision.
No, Pat,
And
what
if
the
we
fuck's
get
the matter with
we get
you?
5 people typing number 1, we will do it. I will be here for the next 87 hours if that's what it takes. I won't sleep. I won't eat. I won't drink. I'll wear a diaper just to be here for you guys. I'm a man of the people, and even though Wardy might not be here for it, I will until Yamamoto signs that paper.
Pat, I hope you know you're going to spend a lot of the stream by yourself then.
That's not true.
I
We're
will.
gonna
I'm
be
just
here.
going to leave, and I'm going to just let you continue to answer the chat. I'm not
Dude,
doing that.
look at all the ones.
Of course they want it. Put the ones down. Put the hands down. For fuck's sake. Stop it. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I want you guys to remember this.
I'm
Next
sorry.
time
I'm not.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
I'm not.
Great.
I have shit to do after the stream tonight, or else
Don't we all? Don't we all?
No, you don't.
What do you mean I don't?
What do you have? What do you have after the stream?
I got a lot of work to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
Let's see. Ward Hennessy steel cage match. That's great.
WWE, you might win. I will say. Like, I could see you, like, jumping off the top rope, like Rey Mysterio. Ha ha ha. Buika, buika.
Well, if we did
619.
WWE?
Yeah.
I could definitely see myself being UW. I grew up watching WWE. So
Same.
Like, okay.
I dressed up as Jeff Hardy for Halloween.
That's kind of hard, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I hope the clean version. But yeah.
That's like, all right. Moving on, next topic. This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Ruining my childhood.
Pat needs a Pat needs a catheter. Someone said. What?
That's another insane statement.
That's actually insane. Like, where are we doing? Is there real
No,
ones? You let the Yankees fan get you. Justin, can you stop it? Justin, why don't you come up here and sit and do the show? All right. We're disappointing significant others as always. Of course. What else is new?
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness gracious. No. See, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. The Yamamoto like watch-alongs are fun, and we may very well do that either later tonight or tomorrow if things really pick up more steam. But we don't know where things stand currently. So I'm not gonna sit here.
Who's
for
we?
8 hours. What do you mean?
Bro, me and you both know this is gonna happen in the next 24 hours.
In the next 24 hours possible, but I can't sit here.
What's wrong with a 24-hour stream? Dude.
There's nothing wrong with it, bro, but I wouldn't be able to be here. You'd have
okay,
to be
but
here for a decent amount of time.
here, my bed is right there. I
can't confirm where my bed is.
I keep this right here, bro. I take a little cuddle, I grab a blankie, and I'm chilling with the chat. Wait, so let's say Yamamoto signs tonight because he's on the West Coast. I'm assuming, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think he's still in Cali right now.
So 3 hours before, let's say he signs at 3 a.m. Eastern time. I'm FaceTiming you. And I'm being like, yo,
no,
Wardy.
Of course, if Yamamoto decides tonight, regardless of when it is, of course I'm still going to stream it. But it may have to actually be from waking up. I'm going to probably be up tonight until at least 2. That's how I go about the off-season nights, till 2 a.m. usually each night because I think about West Coast. Even though Carlos Correa, when the Mets unofficially signed him when Cohen was in Hawaii, that wasn't until like 3:30 a.m.
Wait. I have a real mental awakening right now. This is probably the only time in quite a while where there's a mega free agent out there, and the Yankees and Mets are kind of the 2 top teams, right? I'd say the 3 top teams right now for Yamamoto are Yankees, Mets, Dodgers. So I'm obviously a Yankee guy. You're obviously a Met guy. We need to figure something out in terms of like a punishment or like a bet or like something, bro.
Regarding
Like,
Yamamoto right now,
yeah.
I don't love that though because
No, I think we do. No, I think we do. I think it needs
All
to be
right.
something along the lines of like
So me, and who?
money's boring, to be honest. Like we already did the money thing for Soto. That's done.
You,
We
me,
need
and
to do
who?
like no, we don't need anyone else. If he goes
Do
to the
we?
Dodgers, we would just both sit here and cry. But like, let's
Oh,
say he
okay, because
comes
I
to
was
the
gonna say I
Yankees,
could bring D-Mac in this if we want to get the Dodgers involved.
probably not. I
Okay.
don't know who that is. To be
D-Mac
honest.
is like the talking head. He's like what I am, but for Dodgers Nation, the biggest Dodgers YouTube channel out there.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't really care to see him do a punishment though, because like if I see you do
Right,
a
especially
punishment,
because you
like it
don't know
rewards
him.
me inside.
I think
Yeah.
fair. Okay.
Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is I'd love to see like some suggestions in the chat, but if he signs with the Yankees, maybe you do like I'd love to see you do like a 24-hour stream, but I know that's not happening.
No.
Um
If the Mets
okay,
sign,
how about this?
sign him, I would consider doing a. If the Mets sign him, I'm going to do a multi-hour stream. That's a lock. That'll happen if they sign
Okay,
him. If they don't
boring.
sign him though, I'm not.
Multi-hour stream. Okay. What's gonna happen is
Okay.
if the Yankees sign Yamamoto, I'm going to put out a tweet, or you'll put out a tweet, we'll both put out a tweet, whatever. And the tweet will be questioning what costume I should wear on the next episode of Bridging the Gap. And the most liked response is the costume you have to wear on our next episode. And same thing with me. If the Mets sign Yamamoto, then I have to wear a costume of somebody's choosing on the next episode.
Okay.
It could be a princess outfit. It could be a hot dog costume. It
I
could
like
be
that,
a
actually.
Mario costume. It could be anything, bro. That's what's gonna.
We
that's
might
what's
not have
gonna-
much time to get a costume though. That's the only issue.
Bro, Amazon's like what, 2 day shipping?
Oh, I mean that's true. Even with holiday
Yeah.
season, we probably
It
get
has
that.
to be something on Amazon.
Right. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do
Oh, bro, someone said beard. Shaving the
No,
beard is
not a chance in
interesting.
hell.
That's interesting, bro.
that. No, that's interesting for you.
How about shaving your head?
No.
Loser eats a ghost pepper. No.
I've had Carolina Reapers before, and they cooked me. No, thank you.
What is that?
Carolina Reaper
Is that the really hot one?
They're higher than they're not the hottest anymore, but they're hotter than ghost peppers.
Bro, not so family.
Oh wait, loser buys the Yamamoto jersey of the winner's team to wear to a game.
It's not bad, but it's also
Thank
like
you, Nash, for the donation.
too far in advance. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I like the costume idea. I think that's a good one. Juan Diaz, member of 34 months. Loser shaves their beard. No. I would like to not look 12. That'd be great.
Shaving eyebrows is crazy, bro.
Yeah, shaving eyebrows is whack. No. Either way, we're really getting on a tangent here. We lost 50 out of our 600 concurrent viewers because they're like, fuck this. We're done talking about these. What's gonna happen? Whoever lands him. Actually, while we're just talking right now, James Shiano, a good friend of mine, came out with an interesting tweet earlier, and it states the following regarding these contracts. For major league contracts with a total of guaranteed value of $50 million or more, the release fee will be 20% of the first $25 million, plus 17.5% of the next $25 million, plus 15% of the total guaranteed value exceeding $50 million. So basically what this means is whoever signs Yamamoto has to send a boatload of millions to his club in the MPB. And James goes on to, and I know I'm out of focus, but ignore that for 1 second. James goes on to tweet, something somewhat relevant to Yamamoto's signing is a double, fiduciary duty. There we go. I got the word. One to his agent, like all players, and another to the Oryx Buffalo's posting fee rules below. Whoever signs him has to be in the range of the highest offer. If one blows the others away, it likely wins. And that's certainly a possibility here because the club, the respect level that Yamamoto has for the Buffaloes and making sure that he treats them well, they get the payday they're looking for too, and parting ways with them, accepting this posting fee is important. I've heard rumblings that we're looking at a projected $50 million potential posting fee. So if the Mets say have an offer $350 and they're close to $50 million in posting, you're already at $400 million you're spending. So that's another thing too. Like I do think with fee, Yamamoto is going to get close to that 400 number. Maybe not exactly 400, but I think we're going to be closer to 400 than we will 350 when calculating both the contract at face value and the posting fee that comes with it.
Isn't that wild? Like, bro,
It's
just like a casual like 400 mil.
for a guy
Like
who's
to put.
how's it feel to know that your one and only Garrett Cole is not going to have the most historic contract for a pitcher
Oh, it
in
sucks.
MLB history
No, it
in the
sucks for
next
sure.
24 hours more than likely.
But yo, let's just like put this into perspective, right?
Yeah.
Drake, one of the biggest artists of all time, if not the biggest artist of all time, he has a net worth of $250 million. Yamamoto, who has yet to pitch an inning in North America, is shaping up to receive $400 million, bro. Is that not insane?
No, I think it's insane, but I'm so like numbed from the numbers as someone who's talked about all these ridiculous contracts the past number of years that like it's insane. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I'm the least bit surprised almost. It's like, okay, this is the market now. Gotcha. Next off,
bro, this guy he's gonna have generational wealth. Like his great grandkids are gonna be set.
As long as he's healthy, book it now. Corbin Burns makes $350 next offseason.
That's psychotic. That's
Is it psychotic? Think about it.
bro,
it really isn't when you think about it.
That's just crazy.
Or equal to Cole's contract. The only thing he has going against him is that he isn't just the standalone top dog in the free agent market. Walker Buehler, even though he's older, Zach Wheeler, Max Fried, Shane Bieber, Roki Sasaki is that huge one. If he gets posted, there's another.
Bieber's not going to get a lot of. Bieber's not going to get 300.
I have a feeling Bieber's going to have a nice walk year with Cleveland this year. I think he's going to bounce back a little bit.
I think even if he does, he's not getting 300 mil.
No, he won't get 300, but I could see him getting 2, especially if Monty gets, because whoever doesn't land Yamamoto is going to shift a lot of their focus to Snell and Montgomery and Imanaga. So I could definitely see Monty getting a Carlos Rodon type contract, which is crazy for a guy that's a mid-rotation starter.
Yeah. And also, bro, pitcher. I will say he has aura now.
He has aura, you said?
Yeah, he has aura. Also, I kind of love that trend where it's like, ooh, like he has aura. I kind of like that. I kind of like it, bro. Because, for example, you don't have aura.
Oh, thanks. Fuck me, I guess.
Yeah. I don't think you do. Like,
define aura.
I want to say like mystique, or like oomph.
Oomph? Regarding what here?
Like
choose.
Okay,
make sure you think before you speak.
Okay, chat. Press 1 if you think Wardy has aura. Press 2 if you don't. But personally, I feel like I have aura.
You have something, but again, this is what I said earlier. We can't talk about it on air. Like, I'm trying to do you favors, yet you're just freaking exposing yourself. Like, yes, Pat, we get it.
But
you're something a lot of us deal with. I get it. I hope you feel better.
No, Yamamoto has aura.
Yamamoto has a lot of things, and he's about to have an additional $300+ million.
No, but would we say he has aura?
I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't look at him and say you have oomph. Like, I don't know what you mean by that. Like, just because he has a nasty fastball?
Aura is the opposite of Patrick. That's just an insane comment.
A. Lavelle, member of 31 months, says, Loser wears a winner's team for a live stream. Again, that could be in the works, too. We'll see.
Well, okay, what would happen if, like, I took a master lock? Like, the ones you would use for, like, a gym locker. And just, like, oh, no, it's not the same. I'm thinking, like, the earlobe thing, because I was thinking if I put a lock in your nose ring. But, yeah, you could just take it out. But continue on. Intrusive thought that I let win. Just continue.
I was born with a nose ring, obviously.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah.
That's actually hilarious.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
The chat's cracking me up tonight. It really is. Shout out everyone first chiming in, guys. This has been a lot of things. It hasn't been as much heavy emphasis on Yamamoto the past 10 minutes that I was expecting. But at the same, in defense,
what do you want to say? What would you like to say about it?
No. In complete defense, we're just saying the same stuff over and over again. Like the only new things I can tell you, I pretty much have already told you regarding Yamamoto to this point. The Mets have a big offer in. The Yanks have a big offer in. Things are picking up steam. The Dodgers and the Yanks like their position. The Mets are not out, but they're apparently hanging on by a thread, according to Andy Martino. So now, actually, let me go. I want to read.
That was aura.
I want to read. want to read that article right now. Andy has me blocked, but I can still read his articles. So hold
No,
on.
bro, delete that donation. Delete that. That's just not nice.
Guys, who's worse, Swifties or Pat Hennessy? Oh, that's a tougher question than I thought it would be. Drew, thank you for the $5. Guys, chat. We'll do the counter. Press 1 if you think Swifties are worse, and press 2 if you think Pat is worse. Do you think Taylor Swift fans are worse than Pat, or do you think Pat is worse than Taylor Swift?
What are your thoughts on Taylor Swift?
I'm gonna pull a. Oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? Oh, running back,
Marshawn
Seattle.
Lynch.
I'm gonna pull a Marshawn Lynch and just say I'm just here to get paid. I'm not gonna. I'm not
He
gonna
said I'm
speak
here
up
so I
there.
don't get fined. Okay,
No, same
bro.
thing.
No, that's such a cop out answer. I'll give you my thoughts because I'm
Okay,
not.
I'll tell you. Okay, here's what I
Okay.
think about Taylor Swift. I think Taylor Swift is like an icon in her own way. She's done a phenomenal job marketing herself, but I couldn't care less about her. Well, simplifying things, I truly could not give a flying fuck about Taylor Swift, and I mean that in the sweetest way possible. Nothing personal. I just could not care less. And now this is why you're gonna tell me you've been glazing Swifty since she was like 18.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm
seeing a lot of twos in the chat. I hope you know that, Pat.
What was 2?
2 was you.
So they prefer me.
No.
Or they think I'm worse.
They think you're worse, Pat.
Cool. Yeah. No. Yeah, I was gonna say Taylor Swift's not that bad, but she's also like not a legend. But yeah, continue.
A legend. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call her a legend. She's like the first $1 billion woman in her industry, I'm pretty sure. So it's
cool. Impressive, bro. What she's done is impressive.
It's unbelievable. And if you're Travis, of course you want to bag that. Like,
I thought you were talking about Travis Scott for a second. I was a little confused.
No, but you get what I'm saying though. Like, if you're in his shoes, I don't blame him at all if things really do progress and he ends up proposing.
No, agreed, bro. I would bag Chase 1,000%.
Exactly. Hey Jack, thank you so much for $5 donation. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 12 years, $400 million Mets is what it feels like it's gonna happen. If the Mets sign him to a 12-year, $400 million deal, I'll be jaw dropped. Hey Jack, and not only just disbelief, but like, holy shit, that just happened. We'll see, my friend. Thank you so much for that donation, though. I greatly appreciate it. I'm so sorry to hear about that, by the way, Matthew. My sincere condolences to everyone that was involved there. Seriously, assuming that is in fact true, I'm so sorry to hear that. Let's see. The article from Andy that I want to get into here is the following. As of Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, the Mets had not been told that they were officially out on Yamamoto, enabling the team to retain at least a shred of hope that their underdog pursuit would last another day. Mind you, this is the same Andy Martino that has really fluctuated with his stance and viewpoints. It was not long ago, like a week ago even, where he was saying on TV, not even a week ago, sooner than that, how the Mets have steadily made themselves a big player here after initially looking like that they were on the outside looking in, heading into these sweepstakes when the offseason began, just because the idea was the Yanks or the Dodgers right away for obvious reasons. But then he went on to say, since the meeting in Japan, then of course Cohen at his having him at Cohen's place has only boded the team well, and they've been in a really nice spot. So it's interesting. Again, it very well could be true right now what Andy's saying, that the Mets don't look like the top dog right now, but they're still involved. I think it's going to come down to the Mets, Dodgers, and Yankees. I really do. It won't shock me in the slightest if he does not come to the Mets, nor will it shock me if he comes to the Mets. I'll obviously have a little bit more surprise if he lands here versus not, just because of the uphill battle that we have, that we talked about endlessly already. But that's where we're at regarding Yamamoto. And actually, I want to get into, thank you so much for your donation. It says, why is Martino such a Mets hater? I don't know, my man. Thank you so much for the donation, though. I appreciate it. I did put up a poll, Pat, as we first got started. Oh, guys, we're halfway to 300 likes. Continue smashing that like and subscribe button for your boy. Greatly appreciate it. This show isn't going to be too long-winded tonight. We're not going to be doing 24-hour stream as much as Pat wants to. But, Pat, I'll make an agreement with you with this one, Pat, at least. If Yamamoto goes to the Mets or the Yanks, we will do a follow-up show not long after that news. If he goes if he goes to the Mets, I'm going to do my very extended launch show, because I'm going to bring on a bunch of different Mets people, want to hear their input as long as they're available, because everyone's going to be doing their own shit. Then like either later that day or the next day, we should do a new Bridging the Gap talking about it. And same thing vice versa. Like if the Yanks land him, I'm going to go live right away to talk about it. I'm trying to think. Go live, talk about it right away. Let my Mets fans vent. Because I don't want to bring you in right away if the Yanks land him. It'll be such a bad look for the channel. Because everyone's
No, it's bad.
like,
no, it's bad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like rightfully so. People are not going to want that. But if we do it at balance where I still stream regardless.
Everyone's saying check Martino, bro.
You know what? Andy needs to check himself, bro. Well, you check Martino because he has me blocked.
Oh my, fine. I have to do everything in this household.
Okay, Michael Marino just tweeted.
Wait. Source, Mets closing in on deal for Yamamoto.
You're capping.
No, bro, it's literally his most recent tweet.
You're gonna troll me so good as soon as I refresh. You are. You're trolling. I don't see anything.
Bro, literally everyone's saying Martino. Wardy, check Martino.
No, they're saying Marino, bro. They're saying Marino.
No. Wait, who's Marino?
Michael Marino. It does a fantastic job as an independent reporter. He's like around our age. I've had him on the channel multiple times. He's been on the Mayo off-season lawn. And Michael Marino just said the following, because you were pulling that straight out of your ass, per usual, Pat. Michael says, told the Mets are still trying hard to get Yamamoto, but I haven't gotten the sense they've sent in some absurdly aggressive offer when compared in other suitors. In the mix, but at least as of right now, they haven't outbid any top suitor by 50 to 100 million like some suggest they might. That isn't really all that shocking to me, but at the same time, let's find out what is the reason for this. You know, I would hope that they're not blowing other teams out of the water with price point because they have a comfort level. You know what I mean? But if it's not,
yeah,
then I'd be pissed because it's like you probably are going to need to overpay to sway him is what I'm thinking. But again, I don't know. This could be the start of a true bidding war.
A war that like the Yankees would win, or
I don't know. I truthfully don't. I would like to say the Mets because we have most money to work with, but also I can't speak on Cohen and Stern's behalf on like what's their limit. You know what I mean? Like yeah. While we know they have so much to lose should they not land him, I don't know like what their line in the sand is, if at all, because every team has it, regardless on how talented the player the guy is. And the Mets are thinking both short term and long term here, which is why he makes so much sense. So I'm really not entirely sure. But I'm gonna go tweet this. Why don't you read some comments while I tweet this for 1 second?
I actually just saw one from Captain Frank. This is actually an absurd 2-comment duo here. He says Pat reminds me of a hobo. And Not So Family Fun Vision says, agreed, Frank. Very nice, guys. Really appreciate the support. Hey, Pat, would you rather have Soto or Yamamoto long-term? You can't have both. Give me Juan Soto 10 times out of 10. However, my feelings might change after this season. We will see. We get a $5 donation. What do you call it? A $5 holler from SR. I think the question we all been wanting to ask, boxers or briefs. Personally, I think that there's a time for both, right? Personally, I like boxers if it's like a casual time, if you're going to sleep, if you're going to the supermarket, if you're, I don't know, going to 7-Eleven. However, briefs are cool if you're going out. You're like going to dinner. You're, I don't know. Yeah. Mets have low bid according to Martino. Pat once ran over a hobo. Yeah, that's not true, actually. Pat got to connect that beard/sash. Working on it. Thank you. Wardy, how long have you guys known each other? I love the back and forth banter. I actually met Wardy. I was 5 years old. We went to the same elementary school. This is actually a funny story we never told anybody. We went to the same elementary school, and Wardy was kind of like the new kid in class because he moved to my town probably around like January, February of, I think it was kindergarten. And we were all like talking at lunch, like playing whatever, talking about like Power Rangers or something. And Wardy was the new kid, so he was sitting all by himself. And the other kids started and they went to go pick on him, and they were like throwing his turkey sandwich on the floor and shit. I felt bad. I was a good person even at the age of 5. So I went over. Stop. I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
I went over. I gave him a pat on the head. I said, hey, what's your name? Like little Patrick, right? And he said, my name's Warden. And I said, Warden, nice to meet you. Let's be friends. And ever since then, we've been friends. We lost touch over a few years just because Wardy became like some sort of like a delinquent in like middle school, high school, and I was a scholar. But yeah, so we've known each other practically our whole lives.
You know what's so scary about everything you just said?
What?
On how gullible people can be.
What do you mean?
Like the fact that technically speaking, we could go this whole show just saying complete bullshit the entire time. It's scary because you pull that. To do that on the fly was nice. That was good. To like start from the upbringing was good. I commend you for that. I really do.
It's true. It's a true story.
Yeah, I guess I just got hit on my head one too many times as a kid. You know, thanks Pat for that. I appreciate it.
Disney movie plot. That's good.
Drew with the $5 donation says, Drew, by the way, Pat, I think they're great. That was a pure joke by LFGM. There you go. You're getting some love in the chat. See, I think Mets fans don't hate you as much tonight, Pat, because we're both being fairly rational and explain what happens one way or the other. But I don't think they seem to understand just how fucking unhinged you're going to be if you do land Yamamoto. And that's why I implore everybody to hold their positive judgment on Pat. Just give it a little bit. Let's see how this plays out first. TJ with the $10 donation says, pick 1 if talking about Oros is odd. Pick 2 if talking about Oros is odd. Sorry, Pat, but I'll take Queens any day. Come on, man. Anyway, Wardy, you have I think he meant to say you had the
Spit it out, Warden.
No, he said anyway, Wardy, you have the oomph. He meant to say you have the oomph is what I'm imagining.
You have oomph.
I have oomph. Thank you, TJ. I love you, brother. Appreciate that. Greatly appreciate it. Passing. Why are you spamming passing? Harrison, chill. You should know better, Harrison, too.
Pat looks like a cousin of mine. That might be my cousin.
People have said. I just think they're buying into the fact that we're both not large-statured young individuals. We're around the same age. We wear a hat more often than not. We have facial hair.
Okay, not everything's about you. He was saying I look like his cousin. Okay, so maybe just like keep yourself out of this for a second.
God. My bad. My bad. That's hilarious.
So I'm thinking for the 24-hour stream, we maybe just like do like one fun thing an hour. So it's like this hour, we'll maybe just like play tic-tac-toe on stream, and then next hour we'll like show our third nipples off. The next hour we could like chats pick, because this is a 24-hour stream. Do you have like a timer we could throw on the screen?
Pat, we're not doing a 24-hour stream. I love you though.
No, they asked for it though.
Yeah, they asked.
Last time
you had no mention of it.
No,
right?
I'm a man of the people. And I think people know this, right? Because I think people are able to tell when someone is a man of the people. So I get that a lot. And last time I was streaming, bro, everyone was like 24-hour stream, Pat, 24-hour stream. You know what I did? I got my seatbelt, buckled it in, and I did a 24-hour stream.
You've never done a 24-hour stream in your life.
That's a lie. I literally did it in August.
Prove it.
What do you mean? Bro, the chat could rep for me. There's definitely been some...
No. Show me the receipts. You did a 24-hour stream. What, on Unhinged Patrick? Yeah?
No, it was on my secret Twitch channel.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
A secret Twitch channel that wasn't secret to your viewers.
No, because only like my loyal viewers know about it. It's true.
I'm not gonna lie, when you said loyal viewers, that made me think of the SpongeBob episode where he's like, me and my friends, the game's all here, and it's like Chip, a napkin, a penny.
Am I a joke to you?
No, but it's like
the meme.
It's the meme of the DJ, bopping, and at a rooftop, and you look down, and there's no one there but like 3 people dancing. I'm sorry, Pat. There you go. And he's gone. Shout out to you, Moshe. I appreciate you, brother. Happy to have you in here. Justin with the $5 donation says 15 years with multiple opt-outs, 450 million. Let's go, Steve. Justin is shooting for the stars. That's hilarious. Appreciate that donation, Justin. Wow, Pat, it's almost like you don't have anything to say because you were capping again. I think
It's
SR
kind of
with
like
the
the boy who
$5
cried
donation,
wolf.
by the way, says, I think the question we all been wanting to ask: boxers or briefs? Oh, this is an easy answer for me, but I'll let you go first.
Bro, how about this? While you're tweeting around, I already answered it. So
Oh, did you?
yeah,
What did you say?
I said depends on the occasion.
No, it's always briefs.
That's psychotic. You're wearing
No.
briefs to bed.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's a
I don't like. I've always
seek
liked
help
boxer briefs. I've
to
always liked
sleep.
boxer briefs. I don't care about them as much when I sleep. Like I'm not thinking. Like they don't phase me. Is
You
my
don't
point.
wear anything?
No, I do. But I'm saying like it doesn't phase me. Is my point. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
clearly there's something there that's just not sitting right or feeling right for you. They're like, oh, a little bit too much hug going on here. I don't
Okay.
know what it is, but to each
Bro,
their
so you're
own.
telling me if you're going to like the supermarket, you're wearing briefs?
Yeah,
Okay.
just briefs.
You do you. Okay. You wear underwear to bed? Question mark.
Yeah. We're going down such a rabbit hole. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I'm sorry. I tend to have that impact on people.
Ward, thank you so much for the subscription, brother. Happy to have you in here. This has been an absolute shit show of an hour. But I actually love it because I think a lot of you guys can like understand and relate that we're just fed up with this. Like we really just want an answer. That's all that matters now. I will say this too, and I think you know who they are. There are some Yanks YouTubers that have really been milking this as much as they can. Like we're
Really?
talking
You want to call some out?
No, not Derek. No, NYY Underground. I commend them. I even donated the other day because they've been streaming like a mofo. But I'm talking, they're streaming like most of the day, every
Really?
day. And again, that's awesome for the community. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, it's just got to be answering questions the entire time at that point because we have not had nearly enough information to indicate going that long.
Well, I feel
Like
like
we're
when you do
talking 3,
that,
4, 5 hour streams like daily, when there hasn't even been updates.
well, that's the thing, right? It's like when you do that, you know what happens?
What happens?
You lose your aura.
You lose your aura.
No, I'm serious, bro. Am I laughing? No.
Do you think it waters down the aura?
It waters down the aura. If you oversaturate yourself, your aura's done.
See, you right there just said that's exactly why we're not going to do a 24-hour stream.
Well, that's not true because that would build our aura.
You can't backtrack.
No.
No, it's all right.
Because if we did 24 hours, it would build our aura to the point where it's like, yo, because that's extreme aura. If you do like an 8-hour stream, did you just pick your nose and then wipe it on your face?
No, I went like this, and then I went
rewind.
like that.
Rewind. Wardy literally just picked his nose and rubbed it on his mouth.
Hook.
Yeah,
and then it went down.
No,
there was no
you
booger
went
there. I have
you
an
went.
itch.
Okay, continue.
I don't even know what I was saying, dude.
I don't know either. Yeah, that's fine.
We're gonna wrap here by the hour mark. So Pat, before we get out of here, let's answer some more comments, questions for people.
Yeah,
assuming we don't find out more about Jan. Here's my oh my god, no, this is what I mean. My buddy Borna, who covers the Padres, just sent me this. This is beyond insane if true. No way. Mark Gooden at the 2Gooden17 account on Twitter is the biggest Mets troll there is. Like everything he does is sarcastic, like literally everything. And he tweeted the following: source Steve Cohen has offered Yoshinobu Yamamoto part ownership of the club. Yamamoto would take on the remaining Wilpon 5% stake in the franchise, in addition to a lucrative $350 million contract. Wait, I'm curious how much traction he's gotten on this tweet because people are probably buying into it. Okay, not as much as I thought, actually.
We just had like a good minute of silence.
Oh no. He picked his nose after review, says Harrison. Fuck off, Harrison.
Steve rubbed beard after. I'm telling you, dude.
No, I went like this, though.
No, picked nose with pointer, rubbed beard after.
Oh, that was separate fingers then. I went like this and that. There's no way.
You smeared
See,
it
now
on
I bought
face.
rewind. That's like, I wish we had like the ESPN replay on deck right now. That'd be fantastic. Oh.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fun. Yeah.
Hope you guys know I'm doing this in the trenches right now. Your boy's been under the weather. Do you not hear my nasally ass more than usual?
I did a 24-hour stream when I was under the weather. You think I'm joking? I was sick when I did the 24-hour stream. Yeah, get up and walk away, bro. Get up and because the people in the chat who were there, they know this was the day before the Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. I streamed for 24 hours on Twitch, and then I took like a 8-hour break to go sleep, and then I streamed for the entirety of the fight. Mess with me, bro. That's what we call grind. All right, let's see what we got going on in the chat. Wardy, I love watching the streaming, but this is something a little too immature for me. Just saying, I still love you, bro. Listen, Dominic, I don't know what about this is immature, as much as it is authentic. I'm sorry if we don't have breaking news to cover the entire stream. I like bantering, and I like talking with you guys. So it's unfortunate that you don't like talking with me, Dominic, but I still appreciate you.
Dominic, shout out Dom. Dom's been an OG member here for a hot minute now. Before we get out of here, I meant to say this earlier, but I don't think I acknowledged it. Okay, now let's get into it.
No. You could call me a lot of things. A lot of things have been said about me, bro. Boring is not one of them.
No, boring is not one of them. Pat's, very extroverted personalities and great hand with why I clicked with him right away and why I wanted to work with him. He's not boring. Pat is a lot. He is a lot of things, but he is not that. That I can actually commend Pat for. He's not that. Let's see though. In our chat, out of roughly 900 votes, where's Yamamoto headed? It almost sounds like there's some Mets channel influence in here. 21% say the Yanks land him. 9% say the Dodgers land him. 3% say other. And a whopping 67% believe Yamamoto's going to land in Queens. I love the optimism, guys. I wish I was on that 67% of... I do not have a 67% level of optimism that the Mets are going to land Yamamoto. I'm still very much where I was. If anything, a little less now, if I should buy into stock with what Andy's saying, but it's like at the same time, I shouldn't. All it takes is Steve Cohen to come in and act like he's done before and say, okay, I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to make a offer that's going to kind of separate us from the rest. He hasn't done that reportedly yet. Will he? I'm really not entirely sure. So my question to everyone here before we wrap things up, because we are going to get out of here in just a minute or two, to everyone, whether you're a Mets fan, a Yanks fan, a Dodgers fan, whoever the hell you're a fan of. If you're Steve Cohen in the Mets right now, and you don't necessarily have the highest offer on the table, but you're in the mix with everyone else, like respective offers where everything's like in line with each other, do you think Steve Cohen is going to have to really play it up a bit and drop an additional 30 to 50 million in order to land Yamamoto? Or do you think the Mets could get it done kind of sitting where they are? Let me know how you guys feel about that. Let's see, Alexis, thank you so much for a donation. Hi, Wardy and Pat. Pat, what's the Yankees plan B if Yoshi doesn't sign with the Yankees? I'm so glad he actually asked this in the donation format, because I meant to ask you this earlier, because people asked me about plan B. I've already spoken greatly about the Mets' plans or lack thereof to handle things should they not land Yamamoto. But Pat, as a Yanks fan...
Yo, everyone's saying check Heyman. Sorry. What the Yankees' plan B should be if they don't get Yamamoto.
Heyman just said a whole lot of nothing, bro. Let me tell you what Heyman said. I'm sorry to cut you off because everyone's spamming it. John Heyman, re-saying what we all know. Bidding on Yamamoto is at $300 million plus. Really? And then you have Yankees, Dodgers, and Mets seen as having the best chance, and someone named the Phillies as a potential dark horse. I could see the Phillies as a dark horse because they've shown a willingness to spend. That wouldn't shock me, especially if they do end up letting Zach Wheeler walk next offseason, because Wheeler's going to be 35 already. But now let's get back to you, Pat, and what you were about to say.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like the Yankees still have to pivot in the starting pitching department. I don't think Montgomery is really an option, just because, I doubt he comes back to New York. Blake Snell is an option. I feel like the Yankees have been linked to him for a while. There's definitely interest there, but I don't know what his market's going to look like. And I think Dylan Cease is an option too. I just don't know what kind of value he's gonna get back in return. I think it's gonna be interesting there. But yeah, shout out to Alexis for the dono. You know, I dated this girl once and she couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis. Yeah.
That
okay.
was such a fucking dad joke. Why are you not having a kid along with me right now?
It's not a joke, actually. It's a Kanye lyric. But yeah, I'm actually not having a child until I'm probably like 55. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, you that's all you, Wardy. Yeah.
I'm gonna need your help. We're gonna have to have some like streams where you just take over and you just talk about a Mets game that you didn't watch.
Do you think people would watch?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
If you
They
just
might
acted like you
watch
watched the
just
game,
yeah.
they would
might,
just be
yeah.
like, like I'll do it because I like Wardy, but like, oh god, you know, it's like it's a Mets D-backs game in April, and you're out here doing the post game shot.
Or I could just be at the game. Have you
could-
tried streaming at the game before?
I have, but you get copyrighted because of the music that they play. Yeah, so short-lived. I vlogged at Citi Field and other parks multiple times, but one thing I realized quickly about vlogging, not the most ideal thing to do throughout a regular season when they're so short-lived, and two, imagine spending that entire time vlogging, prioritizing that over the game, and your team ends up losing. No one wants to watch a vlog of a 2-1 Mets loss, you know? So I learned that the hard way in my first year on YouTube.
Yeah, I can't believe we're already 1 hour down and 23 to go. It's going to be
the
a
only
journey.
man shorter than Patrick. I take offense to that. I really do.
Yeah. It's
actually,
okay.
Pat, are you? How much taller are you than me, if at all? We're about the same height.
Like
You're really like a
inches.
smidge.
Yeah,
a smidge.
like 2 inches. Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. It's okay.
You know, that's what she said. I get it.
Yeah. No, but that's a big amount though.
Depending on who you talk to, yeah.
No, that's
yeah.
a big difference.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
What happened to the 24-hour stream? It was never happening.
No, we're in the midst of it.
They're gonna hate when they just see the stream abruptly.
No. But like, think about it like this. This is something you'll tell your kids about one day. This is something that everyone in the chat.
Don't pull that on me.
No. This is something that everyone in the chat will tell their families about on Christmas morning. They're gonna be like, "Mom, Dad, I just spent the last 78 hours of my life watching Wardy and Pat on stream live. It was historic. It was monumental. It was the greatest time of my existence." And you want to rob them of that satisfaction,
I'm the
of that
selfish one now.
memory, bro? Because we have almost 500 people in the chat that are dying for this. No,
Pat,
Wardy.
I love you. No, Pat, I love you, but you're dragging this. Stop.
No. They don't want this. They need this. What if this is like the only thing they've been looking forward to all night?
That's cap, because I announced this
not
just
everyone,
like 2 hours before the stream
Not everyone's looking forward to a great, fantastic Christmas. Okay? This might be their Christmas. Yeah, you laugh. I'm serious. I'm a man of the people.
My God. You sound like a politician. A whole lot of nothing. Jesus.
Patrick, you will be my kid's boogeyman.
The comment before that's even hilarious. Patrick has experience with 2 inches. And that is where we're going to conclude tonight's show. Pat's going to be upset about it, but I promise you guys this. Again, when we find out Yamamoto news, if it's Met or Yank, we of course, regardless of where Yamamoto goes, we're going to go live right away to discuss it. If it's with the Mets, I will do a multi-hour live show more than likely. And then from there, we'll do Bridging the Gap not long after that. If he's a Yank, I'll do a normal, at least close to, or if not longer than an hour show. And then we'll do Bridging the Gap not long after that. If he's a Dodger, then it'll basically be like around a 1 hour show. Maybe a recap vid. What is next for the Mets? I'd be happy to deal with a lot of really upset Mets fans and frustrated fans. So I hope you know, Pat, that the Yamamoto sweepstakes impacts not only like the Mets, but it impacts me so much just in fan perception. If the Mets don't land the guy, even if they do everything it takes to land him, I hope you understand, because you don't, the amount of pessimism I'm going to have to deal with from everybody for the rest of the offseason. Pretty much regardless of what the team does. It's just going to be this was the only exciting build-up pretty much all off-season long. So if that falls flat, which it very well may, that's going to suck. And there's nothing I could do about it. You know, I just have to deal with it. That's how fans are going to be.
You know what I
What's
call
your
that?
closing remarks before we get out of here?
No, I was gonna say I was gonna call that a you problem.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So my closing remarks are listen, Mets fans, you may not love me all the time, but I love you all the time. I appreciate you. I stand with you. And in the next 24 hours, when Yamamoto's announced the Yankees, I'll be here for you. You could shoot me a DM. We could talk. It's okay, because as Yankees fans, like, we're not there often, but I've been there. We don't usually lose top free agents to the crosstown rival, but it happens sometimes, right? And also, another thing I need to say, Wardy, you're not going to like this, but the 24-hour stream is going to happen. And on behalf of myself, Wardy,
hopefully we'll see you again real soon talking about where Yamamoto lands. Have a good night, guys. Thank you. Love you to death. If you're wondering why I'm not streaming still, it's because I got a pregnant lady to worry about. I'm sick as a dog still right now. So if I can get any rest before I have to go live again or record a video, I'm going to do